What camera should you use in 2026 for content creation? Let's talk about that. I've seen for the people online, I've been more intrigued to know which camera brand you're shooting on instead of actually commenting the content that you created. And then it feels weird. It's weird, but honestly, the whole thing is there's a lot of brands, right? A lot of brands out there, and they are very good. So now, to any beginners getting into the photography game or the videography game or the content creation game, they also have one question in mind: what camera brand should I use to create my content? There's a lot of cameras out there, right? We have Fuji's going strong right now. We have Canon, we have Nikons, we have Hasselblad, we have Leicas. There's a ton of cameras out there, right? And then you sitting down, browsing the net, wandering around, which camera should you buy? Well, listen, I have the Nikon here, and attached to my chest, I have a DJI. I don't know if you can see it. I have a DJI Action 2 for my POV shots, right? This is what I'm using for my content. And I also have in my back pocket my phone. But guess what? At the end of the day, what do you need is whatever you already have. You just need one camera. You just need one thing that you can capture the moment with. It doesn't matter if it's a DSLR, if it's a mirrorless, if it's a action cam, if it's a drone, if it's a phone. It really doesn't matter. As long as you can tell a story with it, that's what you should go for. Now, you can also have a dedicated camera. For example, me, I don't like shooting with my phone a lot, right? Unless I really have to, but that's why I carry around a camera. Now, I have this attached to my chest just because I'm walking around the park right now and I'm going to be capturing some POV shots for some, some random photography that I'm doing today. And just to stretch out my legs just a little bit. So the idea actually is just to have something to tell a story. You don't have to go after the latest gear. Listen, you don't. Honestly, you don't. This Nikon, if I recall, this Nikon was released in 2019. The DJI Action 2 was in 2019 too. I'm not too sure about it, but I know it's been a while since they got released, right? I know it's been a while. So you don't need the latest gear for content creation. Yes, latest gears, new gears make things easier for you, right? In terms of IBIS, in terms of, face recognition and all that stuff. But as long as you have something that you can carry around, create a story with it, and post it online, this is what you should go for. Let's say I take a picture like this, right? Let's say this photo is nice, great, people love it, fine. But at the end of the day, people online don't want to see the picture alone. They want to see me taking the picture. So this is why I have a POV camera right here mounted to my chest, just to create, the POV shot. So to go back to what I was saying before, you don't need the latest. You don't need the most fancy camera out there. If you want to go ahead and buy it, that's fine. But you don't need it to start creating content, right? As long as you have something that can take a photo or record a video, create the story with that. The camera, at the end of the day, is just a tool. And then this is just for you to create the stories. Because let's take a walk. The tool is just for you to create the story. So now, when you get a good tool and then you create a great story with it, that's when you become, people start seeing your work. People start seeing what you bring online, and then that's when they start liking you, right? But scrolling online can be intimidating, especially if you're watching other content creators saying, "Oh, I have this camera, I have the latest Sony, I have the latest Fuji, I have updated my Fuji, I have a super big rig for my videos." Listen, this is intimidating, I know, but you don't need to start with that. You don't need to get a rig for you to be making videos. It doesn't work that way. You can start making videos with your phone only. That's easy. Then you work your way up for, better gears, depending on your needs and depending on what you plan to accomplish with it. And then that's it. Me, to be honest with you guys, I take a camera with me everywhere I go, literally everywhere I go. But it doesn't have to be a full DSLR. It doesn't have to be a mirrorless camera. I know I always have something to create the story with. Whatever I'm sharing online, I know I have something on me, whether it's my phone, whether it's my DSLR, whether it's this action camera here. At least I have something to catch what I'm seeing and create the story with it. So the best camera is the one you have on you. Remember that. Always, always, always. There's no need for fancy gears. There's no need for the latest gears. As long as you have something that you can create the story with, this is what you should go for. Anyways, nice talking to you guys. See you guys in the next one. I'm out.